What's up, YouTube? Today we're going to talk about a horror movie about none other than Disney World. No, this is not an official Disney licensed movie, but yeah, in fact, it was filmed in Disney World. It's called Escape from Tomorrow. I now have merchandise designed by me for you. Awesome, cool designs like this Spider-Man Brer Rabbit, like this Mighty Ducks Darkwing Duck, and then my logo. But keep hitting the link down below to keep an eye out for new designs. New designs are coming. And if you have a design that you would like to see, or maybe I can work something out and make a cool design, comment down below and hit that link. It will really help. Now let's get back to the video. This movie was filmed in Disney World itself. It is not an official Disney product, but it's a film that was kind of filmed secretly in Disney World. So Disney didn't know that they were doing this. Yeah, opening scene, we got, just the opening credits. You see Haunted Mansion, you see Big Thunder Railroad, and there's a jump scare with the guy hanging from Haunted Mansion. So it just kind of shows you different things, like, in the park itself. And then we get to meet, so we meet our star of the show. His name is Jim. He goes to Disney World to be with him and his family go to Disney World. Now, I'm going to show you a few clips or screenshots throughout this video. And you may notice that some parts of the movie were actually filmed in Disneyland. And yeah, so I guess he filmed stuff in Disney World, couldn't get back, and he went to Disneyland to finish film a few shots, and then he couldn't get the rest of the shots that he needed, so they had to go into a studio and finish out the movie in another studio. So you're gonna notice, he's at like some parts in Disneyland, and then he's in Epcot, and it's a little weird how it blends together. If you ever want to see the movie, I'm actually gonna leave a link to this movie down below. It's on YouTube in full. The only issue is it has Spanish subtitles on the bottom, which is fine, Then that way you can watch it if you want. But yeah, finish this video before you go actually watch it. So we meet Jim, and he's at the Contemporary Resort, I believe, and he gets a phone call from his boss, and his boss is firing him while he's on vacation. And he's like, I don't understand, so why are you firing me?
Don't let your imagination run wild. It's a transitional period.
So you're firing me for no real reason then?
Well, there's a little more to it than that.
What do you mean?
I can't really discuss it right now.
Why not? What else is going on, Roger?
So he's getting upset, and it's understandable.
Do my best for the family. Oh, and don't forget about soaring. My boys just won't stop talking about it. They say you actually feel while you're flying. Sounds lovely. Well,
hey, wait, Roger, please.
Best of luck.
That's one way to end the conversation. So the boss says, hey, my kids say sewing is great. You should definitely do it. Goodbye. You're fired. Of course, Jim doesn't tell his wife that he got fired. And he just kind of wants to just keep you on vacation, you know, have a good time with his family. So we see the rest of the family kind of waking up in the morning.
Did
you hear that?
I don't know what's into him. He's acting a little...
So they start waking up in the morning. They start walking to the monorail to the park. And
Let's go.
this is where some plot things kind of come into play.
Listen to me.
I was just excited. This place, you know.
Hey, now you're way too nice, R. You have to, like, not be so nice to them. Not make me look like the bad person.
What about him?
His son Elliot
Elliot? Apologize to your father. No.
What? Did you hear that?
doesn't want us to his father.
He's acting a little strange today.
It's a little different, that's all.
Who?
So now they're on the monorail, and they go to the park. Get a nice shot of the castle on Main Street. And one thing that you do notice is they always pan the camera to a group of like young girls, and you see Jim's eyes looking.
Picture of the castle.
So he's keeping his eye out.
Do it.
Take a nice family photo, you know, things like that. Typical things you do in the park. Walk through the castle, check it out. Maybe we'll go on a few rides. See now, this is the thing. Now, we all know there's no Epcot in Disneyland. And they go to Epcot later on. But right now, this is taking place in Disneyland because they go on Snow White's Scary Adventure, which is not in Disney World, but Disneyland. So how do you go from Disneyland to Epcot? So a little few of the things about this movie that just kind of throw me off a little bit. But I just want to talk about it because it is a scary movie. But we'll get to that. So yeah, they go on Snow White's Scary Adventure. They go on It's a Small World, which I hate. Hate It's a Small World. Hate It's a Small World so much. Especially that creepypasta that I read. Did I read it yet? I guess we'll find out. And now,
Take him on Buzz Lightyear.
Yes.
All right.
Don't slow down no matter what.
now they go on Raceway. And Jim is in the car with a young girl, not his son. So I think he went off on his own. And he's filmed with these young girls a lot. And we got a nice parade. We got Baloo, we got King Louie, Goofy, Mickey, Donald. This is great. And there he's checking out the girls again.
What?
Space Mountain.
What's the matter?
There's a big kid ride.
Alright, so let's skip forward a little bit.
It's not funny, is it?
So now he ends up on Tom Sawyer's Island, following his daughter.
Where are we going? Whoa. Are we serious? Can we go down there? All right.
Cool.
Now, for this cave, honey? Smash my head. Sweetie, wait. Sarah, not so fast.
So now he's chasing his daughter through the cave on Thomas Rose Island.
Sarah,
And then
honey.
this happens.
Honey. Honey, where did you go? Honey. Okay, Sarah, it's not funny.
He lost his daughter. She runs out and falls and gets hurt. And she has a cut on her knee. This plays a very huge role in the rest of this movie. Now he's panicking, he's trying to find her, he can't do it. So like a good father, he takes him to the medical place. She puts a bandage on it, cleans it up. And of course, Jim checks out the nurse. Shame on you, Jim.
Good.
So the nurse starts to ask some weird questions about, you know, if you had a cough, any flu-like symptoms, just for a little cut. Something's going on that they're not telling us about. Jim's eating a kind of turkey leg while the kids, run around.
What you're eating? It's not turkey.
No. Well, if it's not turkey, then what is it?
You really want to know?
So this girl sits there next to Jim while he's eating his turkey leg and says the myth that we all have heard before. That's not a turkey leg. And Jim's like, well, if it's not turkey, then what is it? Well, she's going to tell us.
Now you have to tell me.
Emu.
Emu.
What?
Emu.
Yes, there's a myth that supposedly it's emu leg, not turkey, which is false.
Well,
Don't believe that. Now, this really also was a weird necklace. That kind of definitely seems something's up.
what? Oh, I'm sorry.
So, of course, Jim goes into the pool and flirts with the girls again, and it's just certain parts of this movie kind of just definitely drag out a lot. It's not a great movie, but it's interesting. See, now this part of the movie, they're in Epcot, which isn't possible, but we'll go with it. And of course, he goes on Soarin'. And then he meets this young girl, and he starts walking with this young girl and his daughter, which is a little weird. So Jim realized that, he was being faithful to his wife, so he told the girl, I gotta back off. And she goes, I'm sorry, and spits in his face. And then Jim starts feeling a little weird.
What? Yeah? What are you doing?
And then he gets kidnapped by two people from Disney. And then he's inside Spaceship Earth, which is not what you think it looks like inside. It looks completely different. I think this is what they filmed in the studio. And he's knocked unconscious. So then the giant golf ball, if you want to call it that, a small version starts forming on his head, and we see this camera screen showing the park. And Jim's like, you know, what are you guys doing? You work for Disney? And the guy says, no, Disney has no idea that we even exist. So there's a secret room inside Spaceship Earth, apparently, where this secret organization is at. So they're scanning his imagination in Spaceship Earth. So apparently this guy says that his boss told him to go to the land pavilion. I guess something was supposed to happen, and they basically forced it to happen to get to where they are now. So something very important is happening, and they apparently planned this out from the beginning. He was supposed to bring the boy with him for whatever they had planned, and he didn't. Now he's back at Epcot, and he's running on the phone, talking to the guy. Because I guess they took his family, his wife. And now he's by himself.
That was fun.
Fun?
Can we do it again?
Again?
Sorry, sweetie. I don't think your dad would like it.
But I'm still thirsty.
Did she give you something?
Relax, it's your sparkling apple juice.
He found his daughter. And this movie gets really weird. Jim starts to get sick. And his son Elliot starts turning into a demon or something. His eyes turn all black. And then these guys come with these suits on with the Mickey logo on it. And the family's crying. And basically they're gonna clean up the mess because he's dead. And they're gonna cover it up. And then we get a bunch of happy-go-lucky scenes of Goofy and Mickey and stuff in the parks. And
Checking in, or? That we are.
now we see Jim, almost like an altered dimension, coming back to the park. So something, I guess they,
Allow me to help you with your luggage. Thank you.
I don't know. Very weird movie. Very weird concept. Very poorly put together. But it's interesting because it's one of those things that, it's a cult classic, I guess you could call. Except not really, because a lot of people hated it. So yeah. That's it. If you want to watch the full movie, links in the description down below. And yeah, that's gonna do it for now. Hit that button, hit the subscribe button. Check out this video over here, and this playlist over here, which is all my Halloween themed October videos. This one's not really that scary like the other ones, but